When I'm depressed, that there is no world. To me, there isn't a family, there isn't anything like that. It's just me and my mind and my thoughts and my feelings. There isn't anything else outside of it. So a lot of the time you're by yourself. You only hear yourself. You don't hear anything else. You don't see anything else. It's just you. That's what it's like for me when I'm going through depression. To paint a picture for depression, there would be me, and there would be a tornado, and I would be inside a tornado, and the beginning of the tornado would be kind of bright. When I say bright, I mean grey. That would be mildly depressed, and the further down you go, the blacker it gets and the more opaque it gets, so you can't see it. So at the beginning I can kind of see what's going on around me. I can see life, I can see people, I can see the world, I can see hunger, I can see starvation, I can see all of that. But the more depressed I get, and when I get severely depressed, I am towards the bottom of the tornado. And all I can hear is what it's saying to me. And that's my mind. Those are my thoughts, those are my feelings, those are my fears. And so I'm in there and all I'm hearing is end it. Can't get out of this. End it, end it, end it, end it, end it. So when I'm, I guess, searching for help, I can't really get it because I can't get out of it. Because I can't escape my mind. So I'm just there, and you think you've reached the bottom, but you haven't. Because there is no bottom. You just continue to go down this downward spiral, and there's no way of getting out of it. Unless you end it. You're still in the tornado. It doesn't shoot you and spit you back out and you're on the ground and you're with life again. You're constantly in depression. You don't get out of depression. You might get to the top of it and be in that grey area where you can see life and you can see the world and you can sympathise with people and you can understand what other people are going through, but you can never ever really get out of it. You're always stuck. Which is why when something good happens for someone who's facing depression, you don't want to cling on to that good thing because you know it's going to get swept up with everything else. And you'll go back into that spiral. So it is difficult to get out. And there's one way of really getting out, which is suicide. But other than that, it's just something you have to learn how to cope with.
Depression is, and this is no metaphor, depression is closing the door to your room, closing the curtains, making sure it's pitch black in your room and you're just sitting there. And it's just you. Your eyes are open, but all you see is black. That is what depression is to me. It'll be just me sitting in my room. No light, black and just my thoughts. Which is pretty daunting, I know, but it is what it is. I feel as though we're in an age where people need to start talking about these things. Like, for years, people have been depressed and they just die with it. Whereas I think now is the time where we need to start talking about these things and getting real cures for them. Right? Because a lot of mental illness hasn't really been cured, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, oh, there's this solution and that solution, but nothing really works. I think the more people are brave enough to come up and say, you know what, I am depressed, I need to deal with it, the better we'll get at dealing with it overall. For a guy like me to come out and say, oh, I'm depressed, raw, that this is what's going on, I'm moist. Right? The whole thing is, whether I'm moist or not, I'm going to go through the issue. You're going to be there and call me moist all day. It's not going to solve that I've got the issue. And I pray that people don't get depression. The ones who say, oh, moist, you're moist, I pray it doesn't happen to you. Because when it does, if it does, yeah, it ain't something you're going to want to hear with people saying to you, you're moist. Because it's deep. And you're sitting there, you're alone, and you've got all these things in your head. And that's another thing I want to point on. Like, a lot of people won't say it because of that social acceptance thing. I think that we're at a point where depression is real, and people need to accept that it's there and show a bit more compassion. This whole get over your feelings and that isn't going to cut it, because people will just get deeper and deeper into their own self, and then eventually suicide and stuff like that, and we don't want that. That's the worst. That's the worst. Do not put me. Am I that person? Are we wearing the same damn shoes? No. Oh, look at this person. This person is like this. That's great for them. They're not me. I'm not them. And the truth and the thing is, we don't know any other person's life fully, because people have said it to me a lot. Oh, you're a really happy person, Sean. Or you don't seem like you could be depressed, because you'll never see it. I sit alone in the dark with my eyes open. Nobody can't see this. That's what it's like. And I think the words you use can make or break a depressed person, you know. I realised that recently, actually, like, when you're saying things to people like, oh, get over it, come on, come on, you make their self-worth goes even further down. Where you should be saying, let's do something together, I understand what's going on with you. If you need space, take space. If you need this and that. I think, again, goes back to what I was saying before, if people were more compassionate, even with their words, depression wouldn't be such a big thing. And that whole comparison to, oh, look at this person. To people who talk like that, there are words I like to use, but I'm not allowed to swear. Because it's annoying for you to compare me to somebody else, given that I am not that person will not ever be me. I think it's scientific fact that we all have individual fingerprints, which just goes to show that we're all individuals, you know? But yeah, sorry for prating on too much. I just really, it roused me, you know, like, oh, look at so-and-so. There are certain people that this actually refers to in my situation as well, where they've been compared to somebody else, and it's like, why the hell are you comparing this person to that person? Like, are they similar? Were they born together? Same umbilical cord? No. If you're feeling depressed, me personally, I think when you're feeling depressed, you need to open up to your parents and let them know that, yep, this is what's really happening. Because we can't make a change if we're all in the same, if we're all boxed up. If we don't speak up, we don't start talking about these things. And you know, this is going to sound, again, crude. Grow some balls and talk about what's really going on. I think there needs to be places where people can meet up, right? Because we all do go through depression at one point. It's just people more quiet about it than others. There needs to be kind of a place where you can go in, and it's more about being open, you know, and just saying what you actually feel. You know, we have like hotlines and that. The next step is to have places, open places like this park, where people come, talk, play games. You know how you remember, like, if you look at American films where those old men play chess and whatnot, there needs to be more of that. There needs to be more of a community feeling. If we're going to beat depression, there needs to be much more of a community feeling. All right. But that comes from being confident. So I've said the community needs to come together, but if we as individuals are confident and start to say, you know what, I'm not going to sit here and be depressed and just bottle it in, and then, because you think about it, when you're depressed, you affect many other lives, you know. If you're open about it and say that this is what's actually going on, then people can help you. So again, that's another stigma that we need to break. Like, we need to come up and say, yeah, you know what, I am depressed, I am going through this and that. I'm not going to hide it anymore, I'm unashamed because this is who I am. Once that starts to happen, I think we'll see a lot of change.